Hello, everyone. This is Mick Foley. I'd like to say a few words about the passing of Dominic DeNucci, my trainer, without whom I would not be here. This is paint marker on my head. It's a long story, but I was trying to make a fan happy. It should go away in a week or so. And I'm going to do some writing about Dominic. I might try to find some of the passages I wrote about him and Have a Nice Day, because for those of you who read it and remember it, I really wrote glowingly about Dominic. I woke up today to find out that he'd passed away, and that was a tough blow, because I've been helped by so many people during the course of my time in wrestling, and some of them have helped me get to where I was, but the most instrumental person was Dominic, because I was not I didn't have a lot of athletic ability, and I was I could be pretty sensitive, and he was able to work around that, and he was able to help me believe in myself. And I think I've mentioned in the past that I remember after all the students were gone, he would stick around and stay with me and help me with things that I did not think I could do, that I could just outright say, I can't do that. I'm not physically able to do that. I kid you not, when I completed my first sunset flip at his urging, when I left that gym, I felt like I was on a cloud. Like, I just felt like I was capable of doing so much more than I thought. He was an incredible teacher. He was a great friend. He was a tough guy. Wow. You didn't mess around with Dominic. He was so technically sound. I remember being in Italy. There was a huge Italian bodybuilder wanted Dominic to train him. Dominic got down in the referee's position on his hands and knees, and he said, I won't do the accent. He said, if you can turn me, I'll train you. And this guy thought it'd be a piece of cake, and he couldn't do it. Dominic was, I think, in his early 50s at that time. He could not turn him, man. He was one of those guys with just that phenomenal strength that doesn't show up in a weight room. He was a gentleman. It was such a blessing to have had him on my side. Just again, I'm going to do some more writing and talk about him more extensively, but I had $156 to my name when I made my first trip, and I think I spent $125 of it getting a motel for 2 nights, gas, food, and at that rate, how could I possibly afford to stay in that game, traveling 700 miles round trip to Pittsburgh, to Beaver County, just north of Pittsburgh. And when it came time for me to pay him, I had heard it was $100 a lesson. And he said, how much do you think you should pay? And I lowballed him. I said, 50? And he shook his head and he says, nah, that's too much. And he charged me $25 for, I think, for the weekend. And after a year and a half, he came over to me. He goes, my boy, you've been coming here a year and a half. He says, you don't pay anymore. And those type of stories are far and few between. You hear stories about people taking advantage of trainees, just caring about the money, and he really cared about us. I want to thank guys like Mark Keenan and Shane Douglas, who lived in the area and were in constant touch with him, took him out. I wasn't in touch much with Dominic. I got in touch with him when I would come into the area. We would go out, we'd eat. He'd join me for my shows. As a matter of fact, last night, driving into Western Pennsylvania, and I was like, all right, November 3rd. Okay, I have to remember, give Dominic a call, invite him and the guys out to the show, find a place to eat, and woke up today to find out that he was gone. So wrestling has lost a great man and a great wrestler, a man who meant so much to so many people, with me being one of the first on that list. God bless you, Dominic. Rest in peace. You were an amazing man, a credit to our business, and a man I loved. Bye.